Yeah? Just imagine it's spelled out nice and big in front of you. Like, right? Just like that.
Yeah. You're an asshole.
Is it?
Yeah, it's totally. How did you know that?
I thought you were going to go for Aries because
I was, because my mum's Aries. And then I thought, no. I don't know anyone this.
Okay, so really quickly. First of all, did it fool you?
Yeah.
Your phone, no setup, nothing in advance.
No.
Swear to God, I'm going to tell you all the method in like as soon as you go and look after the baby.
Yeah.
And that's
Brilliant. That's so good to do.
Isn't it?
All you got to do is learn that order.
Yeah. What's up, gang? Welcome back to another weekly installment of Fool Alert. Just before we dive into the full uncut performance and explanation to how this works, I just want to say thank you to all the new subscribers. If you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button, and if you're feeling super generous, drop me a like on the video. But this week I can't speak. This week has been a tough one. I was super ill. I've had norovirus and I spread it around the family, which is gross. So I don't know if I got it from them or not, but I've been in bed ill for like 4 days straight, and this trick came out of that because I was ill and I was looking up star signs. Anyone that knows me knows that I'm obsessed with star sign revelations. The more propless or impromptu feeling, the better. And I came up with this, and I feel potentially it may be my new working star sign revelation. I've been through so many iterations over the years, but this is so direct, so fast, but it requires so much less memory work and like mental gymnastics to make it work. So this is me performing it to Kayleigh. Very first time performing it. I practiced it on my friend Midge, and we sort of went through some ideas for it, but ultimately this is the very first performance. You'll understand that it's not set up at all because well, you'll understand when you watch the performance. So sit back, enjoy the performance, and then I'm going to come back and teach you how this works. Okay, this is a super quick Fool performance.
Stop. You got chicken. What? You got spicy chicken wings on your face.
You're delicious. Oh, I do. Okay. Sorry, I had some chicken sauce on my face.
It's still there.
Thanks, Mum.
Oh, God.
I had chicken wings for breakfast.
Disgusting. Okay, let's go.
So this one genuinely I haven't practiced for sure.
New.
But there's a reason for that. I'll explain the method to you all after this performance. But I'm going to ask you to think of a star sign. I know your star sign is Scorpio. You're my wife. I'm married to you. In the real world, you probably wouldn't know the strangest star sign. So think of any other star sign that's not your own.
Okay. Yeah.
And what I want you to do is, are you absolutely certain of the dates of this star sign? Like, if you're not, go on to Safari.
Yeah.
And search star signs. There's 2 words in Safari, and they should show you a list of star signs.
Yeah.
Good. Can you see the star sign you're thinking of on the list? Yeah, brilliant. Can you count just in your head exactly how far down the list it is quickly?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead, close the phone. Phone, put it away in your pocket. There's no way I could know the star sign, right? Even though you're my wife, and I do know like family birthdays and things. The one that you're thinking of is genuinely random, and there's no point in doing this entire thing.
No.
If this is set up, I would just tell you the method, because I'm going to tell you the method anyway. If you would, you kind of do you know that the first letter of this star sign? Do you know exactly where it is in the alphabet, positionally? Don't worry if you don't. Yeah. Just imagine it's spelled out nice and big in front of you, like Gemini, right? Just like that.
Yeah. You're an asshole.
Is it?
Yeah, it's totally Gemini. How did you know that?
I thought you were going to go for Aries because
I was, because my mum's Aries. And then I thought, no. I don't know anyone this Gemini.
Okay, so really quickly, first of all, did it fool you?
Yeah.
Your phone, no setup, nothing in advance.
No.
Swear to God, I'm going to tell you all the method like as soon as you go and look after the baby.
Yeah.
Food, yes.
Yeah.
I think we should always ask that question first.
Yeah.
Entertainment.
Yeah, I did it all, and
Great.
complete mentalism, and it was quick, fast. I love that.
Creativity. I mean, I'm guessing a star sign is not that creative. Really. Well, the method's quite cool. I think you're all going to like the method. So.
Well, it's not. I don't know.
Yeah. This one, you guys can decide this. I mean, I'll show you the method if you want to know it.
I think that's pretty cool one. That's a really cool, because it's quite quick.
Yeah.
And
does it seem completely invisible, like the method?
it is. I wouldn't know how you did that unless you put an app on my phone that looked like Safari.
No. Everyone's going to be able to do this effect by the time they finish this video.
Yeah, no, that's really good.
Oh, sick. Brilliant. All right, well, so bonus point?
Yeah, because that's not. I can't even work out what that is.
Yay! Awesome.
Did you make that up?
Yes, I did.
God, that's a good one for you.
When I've been sick, I've had norovirus the last 4 days.
Yeah,
It's now Thursday.
this is why I'm keeping my distance.
Yeah, exactly. Norovirus the last 4 days, and whilst I was losing body weight
and losing your mind,
I was looking at the star signs because I'll never remember the dates of the star signs.
No,
Don't know why I can't remember the
only mine.
The cusps, only my own, exactly. And I had this epiphany, and I was like, oh my God, I've just solved so many problems you get from star sign guesses in this one hit. So
it's a really good trick. I like it, and I like the speed of it. I like that everything is in my hands. I like that it's my phone. I Google it, so I know that it can't be an app.
Yeah.
I can't.
It's not an app. It's
it
completely
can't be
impromptu.
manipulated by you because you tell me to Google something. So if anyone Googles it, they'll go to the same page.
Yeah. Show everyone the Google search if you want.
I'm trumped.
It's just Google. I don't know if you can see that on the screen.
No.
But you're all going to be able to do it by the end of the video anyway, so stick around. And thanks for taking part.
Thanks.
Shall I tell you the method? And I'll show everyone the reaction to your method. I'll show everyone. I'll show you the method, and then I'll show all of you the method, but I won't let you just
watch it.
I'll show you the method, but I'll show all of you the actual full in-depth method. But I'm just going to give you a brief overview. You can see what Kayleigh thinks of that brief overview.
Go on then. Yeah.
Right, so I've got rid of 4 already. I already know.
That's good.
Right, it's really cool,
Yeah.
isn't it? That means I've got rid of the other third. Right, so it's split into 4s. An S. So like you just break it down a little bit. And that's
brilliant. That's so good to do.
Isn't it?
All you got to do is learn that order.
Yeah. Yeah.
And not even very well. Like,
well, I just remember.
learn it in thirds.
I remember it as ATG. I remember like America's dot talent, but back to front. I don't know why ATG is like AGT, but I just remember it like that.
Dyslexic,
ATG.
Yeah.
And then Cancer's the separator, and then I'm a Virgo. I know you're Scorpio, and either side of that is Leo and Libra, LNL. So that's the way you
come up with your own little
mnemonic for it.
Mnemonic, and then.
And the other 4, you don't need to know the order.
No, because it's the other 4.
Yeah.
And 2 of them
and I'll cover
fish
the
ones, and 2 of them aren't.
Yeah, exactly.
One of them begins with a C, one of them begins with an S. Even I know what the other 4 are now. We're just talking to you.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so it's just, simple things. But I'll run everyone through the rest of the method properly now. But yeah, I'm glad you liked that. So everyone got full marks.
Yeah. Woohoo! Actually, do you know what? Last minute thing, I think I am going to give that a bonus point because of how...
I think you did anyway.
I don't know if I did, but I definitely wanted to have one because one, it's quick and anyone can do it. Not really thinking of the method. It's not really a trick. There's no gimmick. There's no cards. There's no sleight of hand. There's no tricks in it.
No.
It's just mentalism, and I like that.
Yeah, it is.
It's quick.
I'm genuinely reading
mentalism. Yeah.
Which is quite cool.
Yeah, but all the other like star sign things are to do with maybe apps or something physical or something like.
A lot of them are to do with like complicated, which
learning
I love.
Mnemonic.
Yeah, learning different systems and things. But this is really just sort of
simple.
having a rough guess of them, just knowing the names of them really.
Yeah.
And then that list is easy to remember. Mm-hmm. Like the way it's broken down into thirds.
Yeah.
And
even if you said and you went one step further and said, "What's your star sign?" Right, don't pick that one. Pick something else.
Yeah.
They might go round about it. So you'd kind of, if they said I'm a Leo, you know they may be in that section where the Leo is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they'd go, oh, hang on, I'm not picking that one, I'll pick something else.
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, I thought, I think this is a good point for everyone at home as well, is that because I know you, I thought you would have gone for Aries, and then I also thought, no, you won't.
Yeah.
So if you were definitely certain, like when I said, do you know where it is on that list? And then you said yes, and then I said, do you know where it is in the alphabet? And you went, yes. I would have gone, maybe it's Cancer. Just because I thought, I know you.
I wouldn't have gone for the obvious one that you would have gone, right, she's not going to go for hers, so she's not going to go for mine, and then she maybe go for her mum's, but then no.
Yeah. So this is a good point.
I wanted not to catch you out, but I wanted you to not be able to guess.
Exactly. So for anyone going to perform this at home, and you're performing it to friends and family, think that they might try and catch you out. So if you think you know that they will go for a different birthday other than their own, maybe go for a less obvious one.
Yeah. Brilliant.
But you could also tie that in. I could have said, if I wasn't certain, I could have said, now knowing you, I would have guessed you would have gone for an Aries, waiting for you to react. If you didn't react, I would have said, but I think you've gone to try and catch me out because I do know you.
Yes.
So I think you've gone for Cancer or Gemini or whatever it's going to be.
Yeah, that's good. So there's an out. So it's good because you can, with mentalism, you can kind of have so many different options for the outs.
Yeah.
But the trick doesn't change.
Well, like the way I presented it to you, I said, I want you to imagine it spelt out nice and big in front of your face like Gemini.
Yeah.
That wasn't the actual reveal. If you think about it, the reveal was going to
been a cut
well,
down.
I was looking for you to react. If you didn't react to that, I was going to then go into something else.
Right, yeah.
And I actually had a pen and paper in my pocket to eventually write down. So if I got rid of all of them, I would have said, great, now I'm going to finally commit to a word.
Right.
Boom.
So there's a lot more steps if you
But you didn't realise that?
No.
Yeah.
And I just thought you got it so quick.
Yeah.
But if I hadn't reacted,
I would come. I just continue on with the performance. Yeah.
So that's brilliant because then, if I hadn't reacted, there's even more layers to it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
All right. So I'm going to teach you guys exactly the full nuances of how this works.
I'm going to go look after the baby.
Sounds like job well done.
Bye.
All right. I hope you all dug that performance. I enjoyed performing that way more than I was expecting to. I was quite panicked that I was gonna not get it right in my head, but it was way easier than I expected, and I really wasn't expecting Kayleigh to react that way or give it the points that she did. So that's made me reevaluate the power behind this effect, because when I come up with it, it was again just the concept, and then putting it into practice made me more excited about it. Sometimes I put things into practice and I realized that they're not as good or as exciting as I think, but this was the opposite effect of that. So before I teach you the full explanation, just a couple of things. This is, I kind of feel like this is a propless star sign revelation, even though it's not, it's using their phone. And I'll tell you why I think this is because when I think of propped mentalism, or mentalism with props, I think of like peak wallets or pens, pencils, peek-in pads and devices and things, or apps on your phone. This uses none of that. You don't need any of that. I had a pen and paper in my pocket just in case, and I'll explain that in the method. But you don't even need that. You can genuinely just use the phone to type something to just prove your prediction, or, your revelation. But them Googling something, a genuine Google search on their phone, I don't really feel like it's a prop. But so to me, this is like a propless piece. But I see there's going to be some sort of guaranteed someone out there is going to disagree with it because it is using their phone. But I think of props as magic props. All right, forget the rest of that. Now, the other thing I want to say is that there's some concepts in here that this is an amalgamation of other people's sort of thinking and ideas, and we stand on the shoulders of giants. Of course, there's little touches and subtleties from Michael Murray in here and Peter Turner principally that sort of help me get to the end point. So I just want to say that first and foremost that those guys are geniuses. They have some of the best I think they are the best two living mentalists in the world. Personally, from their logical thinking to their outside the box thinking, all of it combined, it makes brilliant work, and you need to go and learn all this stuff. And for me, the star sign revelation that I've been using for the last I'd say like 8 years, I think at least since 2014 when I learned it, is Pete Turner's progressive anagram system, which is brilliant, and it serves me so well, and I've used it on flights from LA. I've used it to 3 or 4 different people in a row at a bar. And I've got some really good stories from using that. It's brilliant, so go and check his out. And what I'm just using throughout this is little ploys and hooks and gambits from people's ideas just to get me to the end point. So I want to throw out some like sort of some of that information just before diving into the method. But I'll jump into the method now because I know you're all waiting for it. And the basis of this is Google. And I realized when I was looking at the star signs to try and memorize the dates, it's something I'll never be able to do. I don't know why. A funny fact, and this will be corroborated by my wife. I learnt my lefts and rights wrong initially as a child. My friend, his mum wrote left or L on his left hand and right on his right hand. And when we were younger, when we were kids, we didn't know left and right. I said, "Can you teach me?" And he went, "Yeah, simple." And we were facing each other. He said, "Look, left," and slapped my hand and said, "Right." He was going left, right, and he was slapping my right hand with his left hand because we were opposite. So I learnt my lefts and rights wrong. And the other day, the night before last, we went for a family meal, and I was getting directions, and my uncle said, "Take a left," and I slowly, calmly took a right and went the wrong way because I've just learnt them wrong. So I'll never be able to learn the star signs. This is just a stupid fact from me. I don't know what I'm telling you all this for. I was Googling star signs, and what comes up in the UK, if you search star signs, is this image right here. I don't know if you can see that, but it shows you the star signs, and it shows you the dates in order. Now, a few things to note here. I didn't know the star signs started, the zodiac starts in April, or on Aries. I always thought I just assumed it started in January. It doesn't. It starts, March 21st it begins on Aries. And now on Google, when you search this, especially in the UK, it shows you 8 results that are pulled from a web page. And to see the remainder of the list, you have to go on to the web page. Now, in different variations of Google, depending, for example, let me show you if you're in Ireland, you may see this image. Sorry, if you're on google.com, you may see this image, which is a slightly different list to this one, right? And then if you're in another place, if you type in other search terms like Google Zodiac dates, you'll see this list. But so you have to find out what list will be where for you. But for me, typing in star signs into google.co.uk, it comes up with this list of star signs, right? They always start with Aries and the Zodiac, but in this instance, it shows me the first 8 from a list. Now, you can guess where this is going. I say to them, "Can you see your star sign on the list?" If they say yes, I know it's one of those 8. If they say no, I know it's one of the last 4, which is brilliant. What powerful information to have as a mind reader, as a mentalist, to get rid of 8 out of 12 star signs, or 4 out of 12 star signs with a really, really honest question, because you can't see the list. They've Googled it. Can you see your star sign on the list? Yes or no? Boom, it's gone. Now, there's a couple of different routes here. I'll go to what happens if they say no. You ask them to hit more items, and it'll take you to a web page, and if they scroll down, they'll see the remainder of the list. So in this case, they see this. All right, so that's just the whole list there. Now, the last 4 on the zodiac are Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. And I quickly realized, and I sort of picked up a ploy like this from a Danny Garcia effect when he talks about a cigarette, straw, and scissors. But basically, the common running theme of the letter C, or the word C, between these 4 last items, which are Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. So I say, the star sign you're thinking of, it's got something to do with the sea. If they say yes, I know it's Aquarius and Pisces, because the sea, like the ocean sea, is Aquarius and Pisces. And then if they say yes, you say, so imagine it nice and lined up in your mind, like Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. And then if they react to that, that's your hit. And if they don't, say, okay, you're an Aquarius, right? And that's something that I use from the Peter Turner progressive anagram system, which again is so fantastic. You need to go and learn it. If they don't react to anything to do with the sea, then I go into this ploy that I'd seen from like a Garcia thing, which is like, you say, so Sagittarius and Capricorn, one begins with S, one begins with C. So you say, sorry, I mean like the letter C. And if they say, oh, okay, yeah, then you know it's Capricorn. And if they go, say, oh yeah, I'm getting this shape. And then you draw it out and you say, oh, you know what, this is more of an S. And you say Sagittarius. Or if they say no, you don't even have to go into the S. You can just say Sagittarius. But it's like you're convincing them that you were on the right track, you were heading that way. So by saying, oh, it's something to do with the sea, and you wait for the reaction. And then if they say yeah, then you just nail either Pisces or Aquarius. If they say no, you just say, oh, you like the letter C. And if they say yes, Capricorn. If they say no, you just continue on like, yeah, like the letter C. But oh, you know what? No, it's actually more of an S, even my bad. And then from there, right? And there's other ways of doing these reveals. There's other ways of revealing one of four from a fishing ploy. That's just the most basic, proper, straightforward way that I can explain to you. Now, in this instance, if they say no, their item, if they say yes, their item is on the list. I see the list in two halves, essentially. You've got Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio. Now, you'll notice the first thing I said to Kayleigh was, can you count exactly how far down the list that is? And you're looking for them to go, yep, or yep, or just cut them off, right? Basically, this is sort of something I picked up from like the throughout the work of like Michael Murray, is that instantly if they say yes, you know it's in the top four, because they can count to four quick. Anything after like 3 or 4, they sort of go off track. And then so by that quick question, so it looks like this, right? Do you see your item on the list? Your star sign on the list? Yeah. Can you count exactly how far down it is? You know what? Never mind. Right. So I know it's in the bottom half, for example, this time. And then you're going to go into something efficient thing, sort of again, with the first half. I asked Kayleigh, did she know what it was in the alphabet, and she said, yes. Now, I knew that was going to be Gemini, because Aries is a yes, and a Cancer is a yes, because they're A and C. Everyone knows A is 1, B is 2, C is 3. That's just fundamental. So if she had said yes really quick, I would have gone for one of those two. And again, that would have just been like saying, imagine it spelled out loud, and then go for, and then reveal it, the other one as a definitive. And because she paused and then said yeah, I knew it wasn't Taurus, because I knew she couldn't count up to T in the alphabet that quickly. But she paused and it was Gemini, so I just went immediately with, just imagine it spelled nice and big in front of your face, like Gemini, and then that was my hit. And then you got Leo, Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio. Now I'm a Virgo. I would have said it'd be so strange if we were thinking of the same. If you were thinking of my star sign, because I'm a Virgo, right? And if she reacted to that, then that would have been my hit. But I can throw that away because that's just me telling them my star sign. Obviously, you can use something different for you. Then, because there's Leo, Libra, which are 2 L's, and then there's Scorpio. You could either say, can you count how many letters are in this? And if they say, yeah, you know it's Leo, or Libra, because that's like 5 to count. And if they say, you know, or like, you know they're struggling because it's Scorpio, which feels like a more difficult word to count. Or again, you could just say, there's an L in this, right? And if they go, then you know it's Scorpio. And if they say yeah, and you say, this is a really short word, and if they go, yeah, then you know it's Leo. And if they say, or like, then you know it's Libra, and you can just reveal it from there. So it sounds really complicated when I'm speaking it out loud, actually. It feels complicated, but look at the Google result. Wherever you are in the world or the country, you'll see different things. For example, one of the things they may have to do is when they go into Google, it may not come up at all, and they may have to tap down one of these automated Google accordions, which shows a drop-down menu of the star signs, but even still, it doesn't show all 12, and then you can just proceed from there. But wherever you are, you can tell them to do it. You can also type in specific things like zodiac sign dates, and it should show up. There's a certain, depending on where you are, certain things will definitely show up all the same. But again, it's sensitive to whether you use google.co.uk, google.com, google.ie, and so on and so forth. But literally just open it up and sort of run your head through it. For me, this took like little to no practice. Because once you sort of understand the basics of how you're just getting down to those 2 or potentially 3, but mainly 2 star signs which you know it's going to be by A, is it on the list? Yes or no? And then can you count how far down the list if it's on there? And then that basically eliminates 1/2. And then you just do the one sort of throwaway question to narrow it right down, and then you reveal it you name it or reveal, you throw it out or reveal it, and then the same for if it's not on the list, where you just ask, is this something to do with the C? I mean the letter C. Yeah, it's like a C shape, right? Like a continuation of it, and go from there. I would have been interested to see. I know revealing things like that works for Layla, because it's like the trick that can't be explained. They don't know where the end of the effect is. They don't know when you're ultimately going to reveal it. And that's why multiple outs. Ironically, I read a blog post today from Rory Adams at whatahead.com, which is another great, I keep talking about it, go and sign up to it. It's a fantastic subscription service. But laymen truly don't know understand like that we use multiple outs and the power that are behind them. So it would have been interesting to see how Kayleigh would have reacted to me really going that far to get to was it Sagittarius. But I still feel like the impact would have been just the same, because it's all about your demeanor. The main thing when it comes to anything that's like propless and fishing is that you're not trying to go for a hit, miss it, and then go for another hit. So it's like, you're Aquarius. Sorry, I mean Capricorn. No. All right, last time Pisces. You're just casually throwing out information and looking for what hits, and you're being very sort of open-ended with it all, and your demeanor then sort of elicits how they respond to your questioning or light questioning. But yeah, so that's it. I hope you guys dug it. Like I said, we stand on the shoulders of giants. There's you need to go and look at the work of the people I mentioned in today's video to get as much knowledge as you can. But what we're really exploring here is just this concept of Googling a result which you know is going to be there, and ultimately from that information that you know that they can see, which feels random, then just whittling it down with some pretty fair organic questioning, leaving you with ultimately a definitive answer. How many big words did I just use that I don't understand? Probably like 20. I can't even count, so there we go. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Fooler. Please leave some comments down below what you want to see me perform or try out or even create for Kayleigh for next week's video. I'm always interested to hear your thoughts, and I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this week's video, and if you can't wait for Sunday's live Sunday session and tutorial Tuesday next Tuesday, then please hit that subscribe button. It means the world to me, and thank you all so much for tuning in and subscribing to the channel. I can't tell you how much it means, but thank you all so much, and I will see you very soon in the live Sunday session.